Get back to your story. So, anytime you're ready, you just...
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. Well, what happens next, Margie, was really something, and I'd like to, explain that because this is really the turning point for me, actually. Because if you recall,
Yes.
the doctor had said I was dying.
Yes.
And indeed, I believe him, because there is a very definite feeling when your body begins to shut down. And if you remember, I was telling you before the break that, I was bedridden half the time.
We've got before you go any further, we've got a picture of you before and after.
You have those.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So maybe we can bring it up on the screen.
That'd be great.
But you can just keep talking.
Okay. All right. I will. And I lost my place.
Oh, were you bedridden?
No, that's right. I was bedridden. Yeah, Margie. I couldn't walk anymore, and I couldn't feel the bottom of my feet. I gave away my shoes. I gave away I was dying. I gave away my shoes.
Yes,
I sold my car. I was living with my sister Patty. I mentioned her before, and she was my caregiver, and everything fell on her shoulders at the time. So, thankfully I wasn't alone, but at the same time, I was dying. And there's a real feeling, a real physical feeling when your body starts to shut down.
Yes.
And this is where the turning point came in all of this, because I began to have seizures. I began seizing, and one particular time it got very bad. The seizures were just coming one after the other after the other, and they called 911. And I barely remember the 911, the rescue people coming into my bedroom, and they were hovering over me, and they were, calling my name and all that. But Margie, the greatest thing happened.
Tell me.
I looked across the room, and I saw they're calling my name, and they're yelling at me, and all of a sudden I didn't hear them anymore, because I looked over and there he was, and he'd come back, and I hadn't seen him since I was 5 years old. And I called him this at 5 years old because I didn't know. Grandma always told us what angels were, but I called him the man in the white light, because I guess that's what little 5-year-old kids call. And there he was, the man in the white light, and I knew he'd come for me, and he did. And I could look over and I could see my sister, and she was just ashen. And I could look back, and there I was on my bed, and I didn't look so good. But the man in the white light just said, he took me. He hit like arms, like wings of, and he just surrounded me, and we just whooshed. I don't know how to say it, this amazing tunnel. And it seemed I was so at ease, and it was so comfortable. And suddenly he just let go, and there I was. And the lights and the sounds, and I heard them again, the angels, and it was nothing that I can describe to you except that all the faith that we have, everything we're taught, the Word of God, everything Jesus tells us is true. I saw it. I saw part of it. And I'm bringing that back to share with all of you, because it's the most magnificent thing that ever happened. And there stood a grand spiritual being, and I knew through the lights behind him, these were the gates of heaven. And I saw, I knew my family that had passed was there. And I saw the face of my beautiful mother. There she was, there to help me if I was to go, to help me across, just as I was there for her when she passed.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. The grand spiritual being said to me, it is not time. He said to me, God knows the time better than we do. And he gave me something to bring back to you. It's the gift of 34 words, and I have this written down in my book as well. And let's hope that I can remember, because I'd like to share that with you now. But it is, there is no such thing as time. It was a gift to man as a finite measure. Rather, it is a spiraling continuum, a cyclical motion of interdimensionality, designed by God, evolving through infinity. And that is the gift that he gave me to give to anybody who wants it, whatever you glean from that message.
Now that's written in your book.
That's in my book, and that was given from the grand angel, grand spiritual being. Yes, right there.
Yes, we only got a few more
A
minutes.
few more minutes. Do you have any questions?
Well, and I want to find out if we've left anything out.
Well,
from
I
you.
just wanted to tell the folks they're going to be wanting to know how I did it. And of course, I have
Yes.
this in my book because I realized that after this, and as I started to get better, and of course, it did take time, it was not overnight. But I was told through a friend because I prayed so hard after coming back.
Oh, this man Art in California.
Yes, and he phoned me. I prayed for 4
Yes.
days, and because I knew the Lord was going to give me the answer.
Yes.
And it did come. And
He says,
and
"Call
Art,
me and I will answer."
and he did, and the
Yes.
phone rang, and it was my friend Art who didn't know how badly I was afflicted with this.
Now, what did
this
he tell
disease.
you to do?
He introduced me to some of these herbal medicines and alternative healing, and I didn't know the first
Or
thing
everything
about it. I was very-
organic and
No, I didn't back then. And since then, I've learned a lot, and I'm no expert, but I tell you what, I'm an expert in this experience of getting better, and I've written that all down in my book. And I realized, I sort of started to research all this about the organic products and the herbs that, Margie, go back to biblical times. This is what, back in the days of Jesus and the disciples, this is what they did. Some of the very same herbs that I used, that the Lord introduced me to heal myself, dates all back to thousands of years. And we have those today because they still grow on this earth today.
Yes.
And the Lord put these things here to heal us for our use. And it's just us getting the knowledge and know where they are, how to find them, and how to use them.
all this is in your book.
It's
now?
all in my book, yes.